Hey everybody, it is your girl Coach Cheryl. I am hoping that you're having an amazing Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I want to just jump on here really quickly with something that the Lord dropped in my spirit on last week. Um, and I know it was for me, but I really feel in my spirit that it may be for several of you that may be watching as well, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay. And let me know in the comments if you're watching live, say live. If you're watching by the replay, say replay. I'd love to be able to see you, chat with you, and to recognize you. But the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to share this broadcast. Like I said, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching from the replay, I want you to share it. And so I'm going to look down for just a second myself, and I am going to share this as well. So let me do that now. Alrighty, and so I invite you to do the same. Just go ahead and share. Wanted to just jump on here really quick. I promise you I am not going to be long. We're going to be in and out. I'm going to drop this quick word on you, and then I'm going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening. And what I want to talk about on today is a statement that God gave me on last week, and the statement was really quick, and it says your blessing is coming from an unexpected place. Yes, your blessing is coming from an unexpected place. And I want to just share a little story with you all. Most of you all know, or some of you may or may not know, for the last year, I have been in full-time business and ministry. Just someone has a shirt that says, I'm just out here trusting God. That's me. And throughout this year, it's been challenging, but it's been rewarding. It's been a whole lot of everything. And so a couple of weeks ago, I put out a post asking people, if they were so inclined, to support me in my business endeavors. There's several things that I want to do come 2023 in my business and in my ministry, and I needed some tools to up level what I was doing. And so I just said, hey, if you want to support me in my business and in my ministry, I invite you to do so. And let me tell you all, the response was overwhelming. I am so thankful and I'm so grateful to everyone that sowed a seed into my business and into my ministry. But God taught me something from that, because here's the thing. The people that supported me in that effort were people that I did not expect to support me in that effort. They were not people that were very close to me, as far as people that I talk to on a consistent basis. There are people that know me, people that love me, and people that when we're in the same room or we're in the same city, we'll connect or whatever. But on a day-to-day basis, that was not who supported me. And God taught me something in that. He says, you keep looking for support from people that are either like in your inner circle, or people that are in your family, or that are your close friends. And sometimes we're stymied because we're looking for support and we're asking for support from people that God didn't call to support us. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to widen your parameter. I want you to widen your viewpoint. I want you to widen your sphere of how you look for God to bless you. Hey, Phyllis, thanks so much for joining. I want you just to open up your mind and your heart that the people that God has called to bless you may not be the people that you expect, or the people that are in your purview. God has 1,000 ways to bless you, and he has 1,000,000 people that he can tap on any given time to do that for you. And so I want to share a scripture with you, and it's Psalms 130 verse 7, and I'm going to be reading out of the Passion translation, the TPT translation. And it says, O Israel, keep hoping, keep trusting, and keep waiting on the Lord, for he is tender-hearted, kind, and forgiving. He has 1,000 ways to set you free. Sometimes we have tunnel vision and we have a certain way that we want God to bless us, or that we're looking for him to bless a certain avenue, a certain group of people. And God is saying, I got 1,000 ways to bless you. I am not limited in the ways and the people that I can use to bless your life. And so what I'm simply going to ask you to do is take the limits off of God. You hear me? Take the limits off of God, how he can do it, when he chooses to do it. I had started developing so many products. I said, well, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to develop products. I'm going to develop services, and I'm going to develop things that I know how to do. And that's how God is going to bless me. But I was telling some of my family and friends over the past weekend that I've learned that I always get more from sowing than I do from selling. I want you to hear that again. I always get more from sowing than I get from selling. So what I'm going to ask you to do is broaden your horizons from who you think, where you think the blessing will come from, where you think the support will come from, where you think the guidance and the strategy will come from. And I'm going to ask you to release that to God and just trust him with the vision that he has given you, that he will provide provision for the vision. So open your heart, open your mind. Your blessing is coming from unexpected places. It's coming from unexpected people. And so when you stop badgering the people in your inner circle, stop badgering the people that are around you, and open your hearts and your mind to see the myriad, the millions of people and places that God is going to use to send the harvest to you, you will be astounded. So don't put any holds on your perception of where it should come from. When you open your heart, when you open your mind to it, God will just abundantly bless. He's got 1,000 ways to bless you. He says that he will not withhold any good thing from those who walk upright. So if you know that you're walking upright, you're walking in purpose, you're walking in your destiny, you're doing what God has called you to do, whether that be on a traditional job, whether that be in entrepreneurial, whether that is in ministry, God will decree, he will command his blessing to meet you there. So stop looking for the blessing to come traditionally as you thought it would. God is going to bless your socks off. And listen, we've got some more days in 2022. Now, I'm expecting God to do some things in 2022. Now, I know 2023 is going to be the bomb, but God is not through with 2022. So, yes, thank you, Leslie. Take the limits off of God and expect. Raise your expectation for what God will do today. It doesn't take God long to bless you. God can bless you in a second more than people can bless you in a millennial of years. So take the limits off of God, raise your expectation, and look for blessings in uncommon places from uncommon people. God is going to bless you. And so I just wanted to encourage you really quickly with that word. I pray that it has been a blessing to you. If it has, I want you to share this with someone who feels stuck, who feels stymied, who feels like, I've tapped out all of my resources. I've tapped out all of my contacts and I don't know what I'm going to do. You haven't tapped God out. God ain't tapped out. You might feel like you're tapped out, but God ain't tapped out. He has a million ways to bless you. So be on the lookout for what God is going to do, and just decree every day of your life, this is the day that God is going to bless. And I'm going to be eagerly anticipating, receiving, and giving. Not just being on the receiving end, but I will give as well. I will start the flow of I'll start the cycle of reciprocity. So give into what you want. If you want friendships, give into that. If you want money, give into that. If you have a product or a service and you're looking for God to bless, give in that area. I can remember one day last week, I have a friend on Facebook, and she has an anthology that she was producing, and she was asking people to buy the anthology to help it make bestsellers. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this product. And so I just bought it. When I tell you that the same day I got book sales, I had another friend that needed some money, and so I said, I'm going to sow into her. When I sowed into her, I got a Cash App, ding, 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 that day. So when you start sowing into where you want to go, that is just going to actually start that cycle of reciprocity. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measures, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, what God calls men to give to you. I know it sounds antithetical to what we've been taught in this culture, as we wait for people to give to us. But if you really want that giving cycle to start and to begin, give first. Give first. I promise you, when you do, God will not let you outgive him. He is always going to give back bigger and better. So I pray that this has been a blessing to you. If it has, go ahead and share this with somebody that you know that's believing God for big, but that just needs an extra word of encouragement to just jump over that hurdle. And for those of you who have already purchased the hard copy of my book, thank you so much. Wanted to let you know that it's also starting today. It's available in ebook format. So for those of you that like to read on your phones or on your tablets, you can actually get that in ebook format as well. I'm going to drop that link. I think I have it. I'm going to drop it in the comments so that you can have it as well. It is bit.ly / and I have to say it so I spell it right, Believe ebook. And so I'm going to drop that in the comments. You can just click that. It is $9.99. So if you want to go ahead and get that ebook, today is the debut. The first time it's going to be available in ebook format. So go ahead and get that. Becoming Engaged, Finding the Courage to Believe. If you need your faith resuscitated, if you need to learn how to believe God for big things again, I wrote it during a period of time in my life where I just lost faith. I lost hope. I lost belief system in what God had called me to do and who He called me to be and who He called me to reach. And I just started existing. I wasn't believing for big things anymore. But this is a 52-week devotional and a step-by-step process teaching you how to recover your faith, to believe in the big dream that God has for you. God has not forgotten the word that He has spoken over your life. He has not forgotten the dream that He has for you. And if you would just grab hold of faith, that's all God needs you to do, is just grab hold of faith and trust and believe that He that hath begun a good work in you, He is going to complete it. If you would just release yourself to the dream He has for you, I promise you, He will complete it. I love you all with the love of the Lord, and I pray that the rest of your day is blessed. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have not yet shared it, I'm going to ask you again to go ahead and share this, just so that it can be an encouragement to someone who needs God to breathe life into their hopes, into their dreams, and into their visions one more time. God bless you. I love you all.